And the bilge goes off. We really have to tighten that stuffing box.
Yes. We say it a couple times a day, though, so.
It's true. Good morning. I am Aubrey from the sailing channel, Sailing with Lone Star, and this is Jordan. We are coming to you from Zihuatanejo, Mexico on the pirate ship.
Yes. We're in front of Isla Ixtapa. It's a nice little, not so rolly anchorage.
Ixtapa always reminds me of, when you say it, it sounds like Gestapo.
Gazpacho? We could really take that.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're just waking up, having our coffee. I do not have all cylinders firing right now, but it is absolutely beautiful here. And I'm enjoying having this slow morning so much. We have been meaning to hop on here and do a podcast and talk about all that has transpired over the last, what has it been, since May?
Yeah, I mean, how far are we going back?
I don't know. I mean, Violet was 5 months old, so that must have been April. And
April.
I came for a visit, and things just kind of escalated from there, if you will. And we find ourselves now on a brand new adventure.
Yeah, an adventure that we didn't see coming.
I mean, maybe you didn't see coming.
Well, did you see this coming necessarily?
I didn't see it going in this direction. So after I had Violet, a lot of things changed for me, and I felt like maybe it was time for a change. And that being, well, I don't know. So I packed her up when she was like 5 or 6 weeks old, left from Costa Rica, and went back to Austin, Texas, and just kind of did some soul searching. I watched a lot of master classes and read a lot of books and just tried to figure out where my joy and my bliss and my why was. And I hadn't quite found it. And I had this idea. I heard a girlfriend's brother talking about buying a Viking. He's like, I'm going to buy a 70-foot Viking. I'm like, you should charter it. And I started kind of going into like what the charter business looks like and marketing and things. And my girlfriend was like, hey, I'll do that with you. And some things unfolded. And we started looking for a catamaran to do corporate women's retreats. At least that was my idea. She wanted to do more standard charters, and I wanted to do these corporate women retreats, teaching leadership to women. So I thought, who better to have boots on the ground with than Jordan. So I showed up in Baja, where she was living in this beautiful little cottage. And I was like, hey, how long has it been since you packed all your stuff?
You look comfortable here. Why don't you move? Yeah. But you know what? It was the perfect timing. I had been in Baja for a few years, and despite being in a very cozy little casita on a big, beautiful farm, it was time for me to give Baja a break. So it kind of was the best timing. And so I wrapped my head around running the hospitality side of a luxury charter, and then we traveled.
Yeah, so we went on this big quest to find the perfect catamaran for what we were looking for. I told my other girlfriend, who ended up, turning into the investor side of it, that I didn't want anything over 50 feet because that was going to be a little bit too much to manage, and I was going to be captaining and mothering and doing the marketing and all of that and running the business side. And so we found ourselves in South Africa on a 58-foot leopard.
Which I think we'll just have to save that one for a whole nother story one other day.
Yeah, that's a whole nother podcast for sure. But
there's deceit. There's
yeah.
I don't even know.
We went to Panama, Costa Rica, South Africa, Florida.
We really whirlwinded.
We did. We missed Asia. I keep missing Asia. I can't wait to go.
We're gonna get there.
We're gonna get there. But yeah, so it ultimately didn't work out, and I've been having a lot of moments lately where I feel extremely thankful that it didn't work out, because I find myself here, which is with 3 women, including myself and my baby, and we are setting out to do a circumnavigation the wrong way around the world. And this story just keeps unfolding and keeps, finding new layers. But I'm really excited about it. And this is the best I felt in many years.
Yeah, it's it does keep growing and turning into something even. I mean, you've wanted to circumnavigate forever. You've also lived on a boat for a long time. I haven't. But it's always been like one of those, oh yeah, bucket. If I if I had an extra life, I'd just pop on a boat real quick and learn how to do all the things, and then I'd take her around the world. I mean, it's not completely dissimilar from the lifestyle that I've lived on and off throughout the last few years. I was living in a cab over style truck camper, and I was driving from northern Washington all the way down to southern Baja, and I was living in that on and off for years. So this is just an even more cool way to see the
She's
world.
good at living in small spaces, which is great. And, you know, I've had this dream of circumnavigating for 10 years now, and I kept looking for the right man, the right partner to do it with. And I kept thinking that I found that person, and it just kept not working out. And I didn't really think about doing it with a friend. And now we have such a tight little cohesive group that takes care of each other. And I'm able to have my daughter here, and there's not pressure, and it feels really good. I feel this feels right to me right now.
Yeah. And also backing up a little bit, this wasn't even the plan as of like 2 months ago. We had a token man on the boat.
Token man.
We had a boat boy.
Yeah. So yeah, and that really lent us some comfort. Also Savannah some comfort when she found out that he used to be a doctor, and it was part of what she told her parents when she came along with us. So Savannah is from Yulapa, and
look it up. It's teeny tiny.
It's teeny
tiny. It's beautiful.
It's like an island, but it's not. But there's so much jungle to it that people get on and off of Yulapa, or in and out of Yulapa with a panga. So she is definitely an island girl. She just moves so beautifully in the water, and she's so confident getting on and off pangas and dinghies and around the boat.
Strong, well balanced.
She's teeny tiny. She's like 90 pounds and super strong and well balanced. Yes. Yeah. And so when we went to Yulapa to ask her family for her hand in travel marriage, yeah, so it's been this really cool story that's been unfolding, and just one thing after another that's unexpected and better than the last thing that happened. So yeah, that's been really cool. We met this woman named Sally, and we thought, okay, hey, we're sitting on anchor one night, and this young guy was like pretending to fish and circling the boat. And usually I'd just be like, hey, I must be, feeling myself or whatever. But on this day, I'm like, we're 3 women and a baby on a boat in a bay. And earlier that day, I had tried to hail one of our neighbors because I had a question about something.
About safety in the bay.
Yeah. And he just didn't answer me. He just looked right at me and just got on his boat. And I was like, wow, that's not normal. But I was like, okay, so would anyone help us if they heard us? So that night, we we talked about all sorts of things, like what we would do and how we would protect ourselves. And so we've had our moments of being worried, and so having Dan with us made us feel more comfortable. And I digress, but we ended up deciding that we're going to join this thing called the Ocean Posse, so that people could keep an eye on us. And so we went to one of their meetings, and we met this woman named Sally.
And Sally has been traveling around the world in the backwards way. Eastbound. Yeah. She's been eastbounding it.
She started from Australia and then went towards Mexico. And so they started sailing the wrong way around the world. And I was like, I want to do that.
And she was so nonchalant about it.
Yeah.
Like there was just no like, oh, I know people say don't do this. It was just like, yeah, why not?
She said to me, she's like, no one's really supposed to be sailing around the world. So is there really a right way or a wrong way? I'm like, true. I like that. So she was a really big inspiration. I'd love to get her on one of these podcasts on a call and just pick her brain about that. She's seen some difficult storms, and she has a partner, a husband, and he does the domestics, as she says, and she does the navigating. So that is really cool. I like that for her. And she's very feminine. She looks like this.
She's beautiful.
She's beautiful. She looks like this ethereal, like tall fairy person. And
like a mermaid with legs.
Yes, she's beautiful, beautiful woman. So hopefully you guys will get to meet her. But she was a big inspiration, and she pulled me aside and she asked me if I wanted a mentor, and I said absolutely yes. I have a lot of insecurity and fear around reading the weather and making that final decision because I feel like I've made some wrong ones. And it doesn't feel good because once you get out there and you made the choice to pull the trigger and go on a trip, it's your decision that everyone has to live through and suffer through or enjoy. And it's a big responsibility. So having a mentor to double check my work feels really good.
Yeah. And I don't know if this is for another podcast or not, but I feel like maybe it's not always the decisions we've made. I think in this, you might be kind of referring to this last leg that we did before we went down a couple crew members.
Indeed. You make it sound like they fell overboard.
Well, maybe not. No. Just unpracticed. Like now you sit here and you won't.
Yeah.
You're like, don't talk to me for 4 hours.
Yes. Like now we leave and there's like not enough wind to sail in.
I actually just blow behind.
Yeah. Just blows into the sails. Exactly. Plugs the fan in. We're like actually electric powered.
That's how that works.
That's how that works. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I didn't check the sea state, but I checked the wind. And that was a mistake because we got into some 6 to 8 foot seas with a really short fetch. And we started getting some waves over the bow. And everyone had to get onto the deck and reef the sails. And then just everything broke. We fouled every single sail. The Genoa on the roller furler on the Genoa fouled. It jumped out of the pin,
not enough
the roller up there.
It just, and it was
Then the jib, what did the jib foul on? I'm looking
at
the
jib fouled on the lazy jack line that came from the fouled main.
Okay, so then
Russian nested doll, like
that's right.
All
so
the
lazy jacks fell down, like they chafed through, and then the sail just like spilled all over the deck, and then one of the lines from that jammed into the block on the jib. Thank God we didn't have the mizzen out.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so we ended up tucking in like 30 miles early, and it was in that anchorage that Dan left and Katie left. So Katie is a school teacher, and man, I just don't ask people the right questions. I just go on a feeling, I guess, and I really want to help women and people build confidence, learn how to sail, take something away that's really life-changing and valuable, like just from not from me, but from the experience of the ocean and working together. And she had just gone through something really terrible. She's a school teacher, and I won't dive into what it was, but she was all over the news, and there was a court case and a legal battle that she was in against her. And it was really sad, and it was confusing and scary. I mean, for me, after finding out about it, I believe that she's a nice person, but she just kind of lost it when she got here. She was crying a lot, and she had some medication that I guess went bad, and there were just a lot of tears and a lot of ups and downs, and it really made me question myself, like whether or not I could do these corporate women's retreats. And I was just like, wow. I sat in bed with Jordan. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Because I'd give her this constructive criticism and she would just take it so hard. But she put us in a couple very dangerous situations. One was taking out I still don't understand exactly how this happened, but she took out some cotter pins on our lifelines, and we went to grab them, and thankfully we were in a bay. But if you don't know what a cotter pin is, it basically holds your lifelines onto the boat. And if you don't know what a lifeline is, it's what holds you into the boat. So it could actually kill someone. I was really frustrated, and I kept my frustration to myself, but she could see it. So we had some more incidences with some more tense moments sailing, and she ended up just packing her stuff and leaving abruptly. And that sucked because that's the last thing I wanted. I really wanted her to leave with such a good, like, warm feeling in her heart of growth and camaraderie and all those things. But what's your take on it?
I just think that we were ill prepared. I don't think that we knew I know that we didn't know what she was going through. And I think she came here looking for something life-changing and just wasn't ready for it. She just needed some more like inner strength building. And that's hard to see when you're going through something really tough. Mm-hmm. And I don't think she could see that. And we had a different view of that. And so I don't think she was quite ready for that. And also plans have changed a little bit. I don't think she was great at plan. The changing of the plans was a little tough on her. Originally, she had come when we didn't have Savannah helping with Violet, and so we shifted what her role was going to be while she was here. She was coming to kind of help sail and help with Violet, and then we met and fell in love with Savannah and kidnapped her. And so then when Katie was here, it was more for sailing experience and mile building because she's a sailor. She has a boat. And I think that was kind of where things shifted a little bit.
There's definitely some tension that was caused because of that shift towards Savannah, which was a little hard. And, dynamics, interpersonal dynamics in a small space are really rough. They're tricky. Yeah. So, Dan handled everything great with grace. And
sure did.
He did.
It's like a German teddy bear.
Yeah. So he's with a bunch of women and a baby. But he had some really interesting, I don't even know what words to say. We're going to do a YouTube video about it. I don't want to get into it this moment. That's a
different story. Because you know what we came here to do is just kind of update you guys and then talk about the exciting things we're doing right at this moment.
Yeah, you're going to have to follow the Sailing Miss Lone Star video on that, which is probably going to come out in the next couple days. I've been editing all of the videos myself, you guys. And yeah, so we've got the podcast, which I would love to breathe more life into, and The Daily Show, which is my personal vlog, and then Sailing Miss Lone Star. We're also now doing a docuseries, or we're talking about doing a docuseries. I have agreed to it. I've agreed to my own idea.
I've talked myself into agreeing to something that we should do that I would like to agree to do.
Yeah, so I really want to document this journey that we're going to do through the Panama Canal in a different way that is less vlog style and more documentary style, which is stepping away from looking in the camera and basically telling people what's going on and how to feel, but it's more of a witness. And I've always been really interested in filmmaking and writing and story arc. And this is a way to express that in a way that I feel like I have been able to do a bit on YouTube, but wow, that sun's coming through the port light.
Can I have some?
Right? And so YouTube has been an outlet for that, but I feel like I am growing in a new and exciting way, and I would like to take a swing at expressing that on a video format, on a docuseries format.
Well, I think this is it's kind of an untold story. Families often travel the world together on a sailboat. Families circumnavigate the world. That is a somewhat common story, but this is three women, just three friends and a little baby, and we decided we want to take the wrong way around the world. We want to take the long way around the world.
Yeah,
the scenic route.
Part of it is, and this is what Sally told us, which really sparked my interest, is that there's some places where you really can't sail, like the Red Sea, and she's like, yeah, just put your boat, Houdini. If you guys have seen Houdini, it's giant. She's 23 tons.
Thick.
Yeah. Put it on a tanker.
Yeah, they put it on the back of a tanker.
They just lift it on the back of a tanker, and then they take it through
the Suez Canal.
Yeah. And then we just hang out in Turkey for a week or two, getting our hair brushed.
Yeah.
And
full body scans.
Then
all things.
We meet it in the Maldives. Is that what she said?
Yeah. Turkey to the Maldives. Yeah. Sounds delightful. We had to just skip that real dicey little spot.
Yeah, because I was thinking I was talking to my parents. My stepdad's used to be a pilot, and he works for the airlines, and he's like, oh yeah, you can't go there. We had these long conversations. I'm like, well, other people circumnavigate the world. I can do it. He's like, no. So it kind of put a little bit of took the pep out of my step. But Sally was like, oh yeah, just toss it on the back of a tanker, like it's no big deal. And I'm like, yeah.
She's like, if you join Ocean Posse, you get a discount on the tanker.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We gotta look into that. We keep going back and forth.
We saw that sign. We gotta do it.
We gotta do it.
We're gonna do it. Ocean Posse, we're coming for you.
Yeah. So joining the Ocean Posse will be cool because it's like this club, and it's like some older folks. There's some guys in their the late 70s that just watch. They're not really, some of them aren't sailing anymore, but they're watching the boats go around and keeping track of them and making sure they're safe.
I like them because they called us kiddos.
Yeah. And then there's others that are actually out here that we're seeing in ports, which is cool. And great. So I like that because I've been really just a lone wolf and I haven't really joined any clubs or gone to the meetings or like made friends at the yacht clubs and things. I think a lot of that's because when I had Little Miss, my little pink boat, people weren't very nice to me because they thought that I was just trying to like, I don't know, there's like a squatter culture a little bit in Florida with liveaboard sailors. I hate to say that if you're in Florida and you're a liveaboard sailor, I'm sorry, but like some of us don't have the greatest reputation. But that wasn't me. Like I was happy to, participate and spend money and be a part of the group, but I just wasn't treated very nicely with my 29 cal.
Fair.
So, but now it's different.
Yeah. It feels nice just having somebody, you register your float plan. So there's just a lot of like, it's a network of people keeping an eye out for you, which feels good. I'm sure all of our moms like the idea of that.
Absolutely.
So that is that. My mom doesn't even really understand, I think, what's going on.
That's perfect.
It's perfect. Exactly. I'm just like, here's my Garmin number. I'm fine. I'm just in Mexico.
I know my dad is the same way. He's like, so, okay, you're in Mexico and which way are you going? So when are you going to get to LA? I'm like, no, that's not the way we're going.
Yeah.
But yeah, so our next step is heading towards Oaxaca, and there's actually I have this little page right here. There's a few hops. I'm not even going to butcher these names. Maybe I'll let you butcher these names.
We're gonna keep them secret for now.
Papa Noah. We might have to skip Acapulco. Acapulco is still very devastated from the hurricanes and it's really dangerous. I went there when I was pregnant with Violet and I got off the boat and her father's from Mexico and he was nervous. So I don't know if we do have to stop there to sleep just for rest and yeah, it's like 200.
Try to go to that one. I can't.
It's 260. It's 260 to Chakawa. Chakawa. Which, is a couple nights. We get 140 nautical miles every 24 hours. So it's a full 2 nights, 2 days sailing. And the wind has been really variable and light. And the days that it's not, the sea state isn't great, and Savannah does get a little seasick.
Yeah,
so
we gotta take care of our little Savannah. So
yeah, and if Savannah's seasick, one of us has to take care of Violet, and that means we're single-handing.
Yeah.
So I don't really love that for any of us, but I mean, it can be done if it needs to be done. But I'm trying to make this as fun and enjoyable as possible.
That's what we're here to do.
Exactly. So, what are your big? Do you have any big fears or things that you're nervous about? Or are you just in ignorant bliss?
I'm in ignorant bliss still. We were talking about this the other day. I'm like, I don't know what there is to be scared of yet. So I'm not scared. I think, and then we've talked about this a little bit. We talked about this in the interview the other day. I grew up in Washington State. I spent a lot of my life in the San Juan Islands on boats. And I've seen some really gnarly, nasty, scary stuff in Washington, and the water there is so cold, and so everything is more dire. Like if you go in, you could get hypothermia in under 10 minutes. Like it's just so much more dire. And so when you put me in more tropical locations where you could like live for days in this water if you needed to, it takes a lot of my fear out of my body. So I don't know if it's because I don't want to freeze to death.
I think it's the coastal landings. Like even if you don't have a boat and it's just like your body and you have to like say swim to shore, the rocks and the surf and everything are just really intense.
In Washington.
No, here.
Oh, in Washington too.
But I mean, you're saying that you have the warm water and so you feel so much safer. But I'm like looking over, I'm like, if I had to swim there, how would I land this? Like, how would I get myself onto the beach /
there's
jagged rocks?
Yeah, I don't know.
We took the dinghy out yesterday. So I was talking to my dad, and we've got this like 3.5 horsepower outboard that sometimes wants to start and sometimes it does not. It's a cute little Mercury. We've been tinkering on it. It's running pretty well now, but there's no way that we could tie it to the side of Houdini and do a hip toe and like pull ourselves out of danger.
No, it would die.
So the diesel engine went out on us on the boat because of dirty fuel, and we found ourselves in the mouth of a bay headed towards jagged rocks, thankfully very slowly. And there was no option to help ourselves because we don't have a a dinghy outboard that could do it. So I'm talking to my dad, and I'm like, Dad, I'm having some engine trouble. He's walking me through the diesel. My dad works in shops, and he's real familiar with mechanics. And I'm like, what about this? What about that? And we're kind of going through it. We're FaceTiming. I'm pointing at things. I'm like, do you think that there's a lot of wear on this? Like, what does that look like? And he's like, well, what's your like bailout option? I'm like, I don't know. I don't really have one. He's like, well, why? What would you do? And I'm like, I don't know. I need an outboard. So he ended up sending us an outboard for Christmas. Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
So we're in this break-in period with it. And so you have to put 3 hours at like half throttle. And so yesterday we're like, we're going to go 5 miles, but we have to go a little bit out into the Pacific. And so
got all the way there.
We got all the way to the edge. And I'm like, okay, girls, I'm starting to feel nervous. I've got this like little spidey sense that this is a terrible idea. That's the bilge, you guys. And so I'm like,
tighten that stuffing box.
We are. Put your orange life vest on. So now all of the girls look like What About Bob with these like faded orange life vests on, and Violet's little blue shark vest. And I'm like, meh, half throttle, getting ready to go out to the Pacific Ocean. And I'm like, you know what? I think we're going to turn around.
Yeah.
Yeah. We ended up having a beautiful day on the beach, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. It was good. It was really good. We've been having a really good time.
We have this. Yeah. I like it here. It's beautiful. Very beautiful.
Yeah. I'd love to find out what Savannah is nervous about.
Yeah. We're going to have to. I think that's like a whole. What's the next one?
That's the next one.
We've got a bunch of podcasts to catch up on.
Yeah, we do. We got to talk about Grease and Bobby and
oh yeah, the chisme.
Oh yeah, all of the tea. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions that you'd like us to answer, or any topics you'd like us to cover, like please put a comment below, and we will do that. We're gonna try to do these a lot more often. It's so fun. Like we have these like really great coffee conversations all the time. I'm like, man, we should have recorded that. That was so good. I think also as soon as we stop catching you guys up when we're in more of real time, there's some big feelings and doubts and fears and revelations that we have personally on this journey. And I think that that's what travel is about. To travel and to remain unchanged is a crime.
I don't know that it's possible, really.
It is. I think there's a lot of people that, travel to go take the picture or to go have the tiny story that they can tell to their neighbor about, the bartender that they met in, Zihuatanejo, and a picture sitting on the beach, but they don't immerse themselves in the culture and actually find inspiration and find ways to grow and change and become better. And I think that that's what travel's for. I really do. So I think that travel should move you and inspire you and change you for the better. And that's the whole point, at least it is for me.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, okay. You guys. Well, thank you so much for listening, or if you're watching. I'm going to try to figure out how to put this on like Spotify, iCloud tunes, all the things.
Up in the sky.
We're going to send it to the sky.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time on Go See the World.
All right.